Election Day 2016. And I wonder how many of you thought it would get down and be this close. I know that a lot of the Democrats thought this was put away early. A lot of the Democrats thought this was going to be put away early, but Donald Trump has defied gravity. He has defied the pollsters. He has defied common wisdom and common logic, and he has continued to perform. I've said for weeks that Donald Trump's victory on Election Day would likely run through the heart of the Midwest and specifically through Michigan. In recent weeks, I've said, and I strongly believe if Donald Trump wins here today in Michigan, he wins. Nobody believed that last week, not in Hillary Clinton's camp, but they believe it today, I can assure you. So does Donald Trump. He joins me on the program. Mr. Trump, good morning.
Hello, Steve. Thank you.
What a big day for you. It's great news, by the way. A brand new poll has you leading in Michigan for the first time, up by 2 points. Another poll has you up by 1 point in Pennsylvania because your message resonates with middle America.
Well, you know, I left Michigan last night at about 1:30 in the morning, and we had to have 21 or so thousand people at that rally. It was unbelievable. If you would have seen it, it was unbelievable. And I'm sure you saw it some way covered locally.
Oh, I did.
What a beautiful sight it was. And, you know, I've always felt so struggling. I was given Man of the Year in Michigan about 5 years ago, and it was an honor. And in my speech, I kept talking about cars. It's not my business, but I said, the car business is being destroyed. It's being taken out. It's going to Mexico. You folks have to do something about it. And I talked about it for years, and now I'm going to be able to do something because we can stop it. But it seems to have resonated with the people of Michigan, and I'm going to do something about it. And you know Hillary's not going to be able to do anything.
Well, it's more than that.
The same old thing.
It's more than you've ignited a movement, let's be honest, in America. But today is the moment of truth. It's all about turnout and making sure that those 21,000 people that were in Grand Rapids last night or in Sterling Heights a couple of days ago get to the polls. It's all about today because Michigan, as you know, has very little early voting. Same in Pennsylvania. You know, and I'm sick and tired of hearing the people say, well, if Donald Trump doesn't win Florida, he doesn't have a path to victory. You do, because it runs through Pennsylvania and Michigan, which people have not been paying close enough attention to, in my estimation.
Well, we're doing really well, though, I have to tell you, Steve, in Florida. Florida, the lines are very long. We're up a little bit. Actually, we're up quite a bit, but I don't want to say that because I don't want to jinx myself, but we're up. We really are doing very well in Florida. But, you know, Michigan, I don't view it as a strategy. I just view it as a place where I love the people. I love what they've done in the past and how hard they work. And then you see these, you know, companies like Ford, you know, 3 weeks ago moved its small car production to Mexico, and it's happening more and more, and it's very unfair to our country, and it's a very dumb policy, frankly. It is a very, very dumb policy. And, you know, I'm proud to have the relationship I do in Michigan because these people are amazing, and what they've been through is amazing. And we're going to bring the auto business back, and we're going to bring other businesses. You know, other states have been affected with other industries the same way. But what's happened to Michigan is incredible. You look at the number of people now, and compared to the number of people that used to work in that business, it's very sad to see.
We really have suffered here. Donald Trump on the Steve Gruber Show on Election Day today, you know, putting aside all the noise, all the WikiLeaks, all the finger-pointing, all the nonsense, really, it comes down to jobs in the economy and people wanting a chance for themselves and for their kids, and these Obamacare rates are ridiculous. That's why your message is working, I believe.
Well, I really think, you know, what you just said at the end, Obamacare has turned out to be massive because, first of all, it's no good. It doesn't work. It's lousy health. You know, the deductibles are so high you can't even use it. You'll never get to use it. But it's so expensive, and number one, it's driving businesses out, but it's driving families into poverty. They can't do it. And we're going to repeal and replace Obamacare. And, you know, amazing that just before this election, people started seeing what's happening with rich. You know, in Arizona, it's up 116%. In Minnesota, it's up 60%. In your state, it's up massively.
Well, it's
Every
horrible.
state, it's up massively. So I think Obamacare is a very, very big factor. I think jobs are a tremendous factor. I also think security, you know, the terrorism and the border. I think it's all very big, very, very big subjects.
Well, you know, the other thing about Obamacare, before we leave that, it's also created, for many people, the 29-hour work week. I mean, it's destroyed the 40-hour work week. In Michigan, we like to go to work. We want a chance to go to work, to roll up our sleeves and get things done. That's been stolen from us.
people that have never had a part-time job in their life, Steve, and they don't want a part-time job. They want to work really hard, really long hours at a job. I mean, they're being laid off and being rehired by the same company part-time, and then they take 2 jobs and 3 jobs. It is so horrible, and that's forced by Obamacare. That's just one of the problems. I mean, frankly, that's one of the many problems. It is so bad at so many different levels, and Hillary Clinton wants to double down and make it more expensive and try and fix it. It can't be fixed. I said that before they voted on it. I said it's not going to work. It's a concept that can't work. Very expensive, and it's no good.
I agree with that. I want to ask you a couple of quick questions. I know you've got to run again, but has this campaign changed you personally over the last 18 months?
Well, I think it has. When I see, first of all, the people of this country are incredible. The potential of the country is incredible. The leadership has been so bad. We've been led down, this horrible roadway into, they've taken our wealth. Not only when you look at a place like Michigan, but every state. Look at New England. Look at upstate New York. Look at Pennsylvania. What's happened in Pennsylvania? I mean, we've been led so badly and so foolishly. We have a trade deficit of $800 billion with the rest of the world. In other words, we lose $800 billion on trade. Who are these people that negotiate these deals? And we're going to straighten it out. But the people are so incredible. But at the same time, I see so much sadness because, they're capable. They're incredibly, the potential is there. And, they're working so hard, and you see what's happening in Michigan. You see what's happening all over the place. They can't make it, and they are going to make it. To a certain extent, I thought of it over the last few days. To a large extent, I think it's a campaign of common sense. Some of the things they do, it's not even common sense. It's not even business. It's just common sense what they do, and we're going to straighten it out. I'll tell you, Steve. And
we're going to straighten it out here in Michigan.
By the way, I've heard you for a long time, and you're a man of common sense. You get it. But it's so sad to see what's happened to the country.
Well, Mr. Trump, I greatly appreciate your time. I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to actually talking to you again as the president-elect, because I hear Washington is wonderful in January. Donald Trump, I couldn't say thank you enough. It's been an honor, and thank you, sir.
It's my honor, Steve. Thank you very much.
All right, there you have it, everybody. Donald Trump here on the Steve Gruber Show. A very busy schedule, as you can imagine. He's going from place to place and very busy. But we appreciate having him here. It's voting time in Michigan. The polls are open. It's time for you to get out there and cast your vote.